There are timestamps below if there's something specific you'd like to hear about. Enjoy the video. What's up guys, I hope you are all doing well today, and yes, you read the title right. This video is about Metroid Prime 4 and whether or not we will see it this year, 2023. Could this be the year that we finally see Metroid Prime 4? I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get right into the discussion. Now, before I get into my true thoughts on whether or not we will see it this year, I thought I'd do a quick recap on everything that's happened with this game so far. So let's go back to 2017. Metroid Prime 4 was a very unexpected announcement, at least to me it was, in E3 2017 alongside Metroid Samus Returns. And I and many other Metroid fans rejoiced. The main reason that us Metroid fans were going absolutely crazy is it seemed that Nintendo was finally going back to what made the Metroid series great in the first place. Because let's be real, at this point in time, the Metroid games that were being released ranged from easily forgettable to bearable at best.
None of the baby remained on me. Never again would I encounter the baby.
So you can imagine the sheer joy that Nintendo fans felt when they heard they weren't getting one, but two Metroid games. At least that's what it seemed. Metroid Samus Returns went on to release later in 2017, but Nintendo remained silent on Metroid Prime 4 until 2019. On January of 2019, Nintendo came forth to deliver a very heartbreaking message. They informed us that the game was not living up to the standards that they had set for a sequel in the Metroid Prime series, and as a result, they started development from the beginning. But there was some good news that did come from this announcement, and that was the fact that Retro Studios was taking over development from here on out, meaning that the original creators were coming back at the helm of the franchise that they made into a masterpiece to begin with. But that was the only encouraging piece of news to come out of this, because following that brief bit of hope, Nintendo announced that it would be a very long wait until they could reveal more. And that's the last official word we have heard directly from Nintendo about Metroid Prime 4. Now, ever since that heartbreaking message about Metroid Prime 4's restart, there has been some small little bits and pieces of news that have come out about the game since. For example, Retro Studios posting that they are indeed hiring for the project, and on their Twitter page, they have updated it to this new image of Samus in a dark hallway. Many assume that this is the first real image of Metroid Prime 4, but it has not really been confirmed, nor has it been denied. And throughout the rest of 2022, Nintendo continued to remain dead silent on this mysterious Metroid title. That brings us into 2023. It has now been 4 years since Nintendo made that heartbreaking announcement that Metroid Prime 4 was restarting development. And at this point, I have to be honest, I think this game has a high likelihood of finally seeing the light of day. But there is only one place I see it happening, and that, my friends, is E3 2023. And the reason for that is because by this point, the Mario movie will be released, the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom will be released, all of Nintendo's major titles will finally be out. That leaves them with plenty of room to start to peel back the curtain on this game. Now, the real question is, if they show it, how much will we see? And I think the answer to that is I think it is going to be a bare minimum, which for me would be totally fine. I just want to see that this game plays like a Metroid Prime game and how the world and Samus look. I think that is what the first official teaser trailer will do, and I think it will be very similar to the teaser we got for Tears of the Kingdom back at E3 2021. I think the length will be short and sweet, and it will be the big closer for Nintendo's E3 show. It just makes too much sense to me, because at this point, all their major releases will be out. Splatoon 3, Bayonetta 3, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Tears of the Kingdom, the Mario movie, all these big things that Nintendo's been teasing for the longest time will finally be out. And there's only one thing left that people have been waiting on for years that Nintendo has not shared anything about, and that is Metroid Prime 4. So yeah, I really do think that this game has a very high likelihood of being shown this year, but there's only one place that I see that happening, and that is E3 2023. I don't see this popping up in a September Direct or the Game Awards, because Nintendo's lack of presence at the Game Awards is definitely beginning to show. Tears of the Kingdom wasn't even at this past year's Game Awards, which was very upsetting, but I just don't think that it's going to be at the Game Awards. I don't think it's going to be in a September Direct. I think the only big place that they have to show it is E3 2023. Now, to close out this video, I do have a rather interesting story to share with all of you, and that's the fact that Metroid Prime 4 might not be the real name of this game, and you're probably going, what do you mean this might not be the real name of the game? Well, back when Super Mario Odyssey was close to coming out, I had the opportunity to actually go and demo it at my local Best Buy. And while I was there was a Nintendo representative, of course, previewing the game, and she asked me if there was any games I was looking forward to in the future. And at the time, I knew that this game was very far away, and I simply just said, hey, I know this game's far away, but I'm really looking forward to when we get to learn more about Metroid Prime 4. And she just looked at me and simply responded with, if that's even the real name. And once she said that, I was just in shock. Like, what do you mean if that's even the real name? And she said nothing else. And I was left with just even more questions like, is Metroid Prime 4 not even the real name? What's going on? Now, let's be clear. This was back in 2017 before Nintendo restarted development. So chances are what she told me then means absolutely nothing now. But I remember just thinking my whole way home, what in the world did she mean by that? Thinking about it now makes me even more excited when Nintendo finally peels back the curtain on this game and finally shows us what Retro's been working on. Until that time, we still have the masterpiece that is Metroid Dread, and to me, the fact that we have any Metroid at all on the Switch is just amazing. But anyways, are you all excited for Metroid Prime 4? Do you think that we will finally get to see it this year? Comment below and let me know. And what do you think about what the Nintendo representative told me at the demo event? Do you think that Metroid Prime 4 is even the real name? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And until the next video, everyone, take care.